Hey guys, we're two Dutch Aussies and we're documenting our travels around the world. We're in Scotland at the moment and about to take a tour on one of the most beautiful lochs, Loch Katrine. It was made famous by Scottish poet Sir Scott with his poem Lady of the Lake, and that's actually the name of the boat that we're cruising on today. This loch is used as the freshwater source for the city of Glasgow, and the Glaswegians will claim that it's the cleanest water source in the world, allegedly.
The skippers on Loch Katrine cruises were absolutely amazing, and they definitely knew their stuff and could tell us all about the loch, so I'll let you have a listen.
Goes up there, but it's 14 miles to walk or cycle back, and there's about 5 or 6 miles which is quite hilly. Some people take electric bikes, Duncan, eh? Yeah. So cycling about 2 hours, walking about 5. So you can understand why this grass point, only being 3 miles, is a popular alternative, especially with young families. A lot of people take the morning boat and they buy what's called a freedom ticket. And you can walk down to Royal Cottage, the building built for Queen Victoria as a holiday home. They can walk round to Glengyle House, where Rob Roy McGregor was born, if they have an interest in the McGregor clan, or if you want to walk west on the old military road going over to the Inversnaid Garrison, looking at the Arrochar Alps, Ben Lomond, etc. Then coming back to Stronachlacker, having a bit of lunch in the conservatory, and coming back in the afternoon boat. So that's very popular on a nice summer's day. But anyway, we'll let Duncan tell you a little bit more with the pre-recorded message from our colleague Ken, who's our chief engineer for Sir Walter Scott, and he's done a little bit more research so we can give you more information as we're sailing. So, Brennicoil Point, ladies and gentlemen, coming up on your right hand side. The two outtakes are, so 164 million gallons of water leaving from there, down 2 tunnels. They no longer need to pump from Ross Priory. A lot more activity on Loch Lomond than there is here, lots of private boat operators, a lot of farmland round about. There's 54 bylaws protecting what happens on the land and on the water in Loch Katrine to try and keep this water quality as high as possible. But from Royal Cottage the tarmac road finishes now, and then there's the old Drovers route. So this track you can see used to be used by the McGregors of Glengyle when they were bringing their cattle, or taking their cattle, bad grammar, taking their cattle to markets at Camelon, which is near Falkirk. So coming down here, and then ahead of us is an area called the Glassicoil. 3 families used to live over here, cattle, sheep and goats. The goats were just there as an excuse and to create a ruse, to be honest with you, because at that time in Scotland we were not allowed to wear the kilt or to distill whisky. So I've given the game away, hidden in the trees over here with water coming off of Benvenue. And if you came over from Aberfoyle this morning, you might have seen Loch Drunkie, a wee locker on your right hand side, and they say there was a high quantity of illegal whisky stills all round about the base of Benvenue. So over here, the first boat on Loch Katrine, which you'll hear about on the way back, was called the Water Witch. It was an 8-man oared vessel bringing people out to Jonathan's Isle, and they were here to get their fresh goat's milk. Well, it wasn't the goat's milk, it was whisky. So yeah, the goats were